What is going on? Wolfpack Savage here. In today's video, we're spectating some random trios gameplay. We're gonna be discussing things like teamwork and how to actually fight other teams efficiently while you're on a squad. But before we get into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Wolfpack today. Also leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 1,500 likes. And as always, if you guys are tired of playing by yourself and with randoms and you're looking for someone to play with, make sure you join our Discord community. The link will be in the comment section pinned. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. Don't be that guy. Hey, pistol only. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, bros. Hope you enjoyed the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are spectating our dudes, Frederick, or Friedrich, I think would be the technical spelling for this name. We've got Holmes and his homeboy. Why do they all have pistols? Oh, here we go. All right. Well, Holmes seems to be the one that's a little bit more capable of doing something. All hate aside, though, Holmes has enough money for a loadout drop. Here we are spectating these three dudes. They have one teammate that's off to the northeast, camping in a building by himself. 3v1, I think. Oh my God. I was about to say, I think this is going to be self-explanatory, but he might solo the squad. All right, we're going for a res. Again, we have his two teammates, I'm assuming, behind us. You see him pushing us in the vehicle right now. I'm not against the going for the res play, but make sure you're aware of it. Holmes has no idea, finally being shot at from the guy on the right-hand side, still not able to analyze where that tracer shot came from, and instantly goes down. So this went from a possibility of a 3v1 fight to them being a little delayed, them playing a little different and not working together and just getting picked one at a time. And this is Warzone for you. Let's just be honest here. Frederick somehow stays alive. I guess he ended up getting the kill in here. The two other teams are fighting each other right now. You have one Joe Blow just spinning in a circle in a vehicle, probably wondering why he never gets a lot of kills. All right, we get one knock. We break his homeboy's armor. I probably would have tried to finish off with the 19 rounds we had in our gun because we got the knock on that guy, but right when he got down, we also broke his boy from behind him sitting in the vehicle. But he definitely should have kept spraying at the enemy. There was no reason for us to kind of bail out to reload on that. The guy's vulnerable. He's in a buggy, and that should have been an easy knock for us. Now, fortunately, both our teammates have a gulag, and fortunately, there should be plenty of bodies here because this was, I believe, two different teams. I may be mistaken, but while we were first spectating Frederick, they were fighting somebody else. Could have been another team, could have been one guy. Who knows? So I like the fact he's kind of analyzing right now. He understands that there's probably another team. Remember, dude, if you think there's other people around you, don't be climbing walls, parkouring, and jumping vehicles and bunny hopping. This isn't the time to do that. All right, so we ended up getting our boy back. Our other guy just landed as well. He won the gulag, but unfortunately we had to buy back the third guy. That's fine. We have the top of this building marked. We also have people falling in. He looked like he was a little further back. There may be a guy in this building because before he saw that body flying in, he already had this building pinged, and he's definitely watching that rooftop. So maybe that's where the remaining people that were fighting actually went to. Now, you got to be careful when you're challenging a rooftop like that. He was ADS on the rooftop out in the open and not really safe. So you got to be very careful when you freeze up like that to ADS, because again, when you're ADS, it might seem like it's only a second, but because of how fast time to kill is in this game, that second could really matter. Oh God, right there. Holy shit. Oh, all right. Frederick getting the kill on De La Garza. Now, as far as that fight's concerned, I was just about to talk about when you guys are running and rounding corners, whether you're inside a building, outside, doesn't matter. If you're rounding a corner, you want to slide cancel around that corner as you're clearing. It helps you clear. You're going to see the enemy before he sees you because of desync and because of all these other factors that play into the whole slide canceling method. And on top of that, if we would have slid canceled in that hallway and looked to the left to scan it, which is exactly what you want to do, we would have seen that guy from the get-go. Now, as far as the enemy's concerned, he was sitting in a very weird spot. If I was him, I would have been sitting in the doorway, holding the angle, waiting for him to come up. And then him coming in, just swinging the pistols, just like we watched in the gulag. This wasn't the play. You definitely want to go for the pistols, but if you're in range to shoot and you're not close enough for the melee, don't just sit there trying to get a commando swing randomly. It might work sometimes, but again, trust your own aim, trust your own accuracy. Have faith and confidence in your gunshots. Don't just start swinging at the air. speaking of confidence, Fried Rich literally, when he heard the vehicle, he just kind of hid behind the wall. He didn't try shooting at the enemy, didn't try anything. He's close enough to get some shots off on the vehicle. He's using the FFAR. He's got the AUG. He's got the potential to have the power behind those bullets to actually go ahead and blast this kid out. But instead, we hide, allow our teammates to shoot, and now we're going to chase him down like a badass. Now the enemy has his back to us. Again, you definitely want to challenge these guys. It's not like he was standing in the open and he needed to get to safety. He already had cover from that fence. All he had to do is lean peek it, mount, whatever you want to do, and take some shots on the enemy. All right, so now we're getting a ghost class, I would assume. Again, don't stay in the loadout this long. A savage, he's got the loadout glitch. That's not a thing anymore. Stop using that as an excuse, guys. In and out of your loadout. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for this at all. Here we go. All right, let's do this. All right, sick. But we don't have a heartbeat sensor. As much as I'm trolling him, he doesn't have a heartbeat, and I respect it. Now, granted, I don't hate all heartbeat players. But most of the time when we spectate people, you know, y'all know what they do. Y'all know what they do already. All right, so right now, 2 of our teammates got the high ground, which I really like. We're kind of running out in the open. He finally realized what he's doing is wrong, but he's kind of trying to push the enemy with no cover at all. It's not what you want to do. You want to have elevation. You want to bounce from tree to tree, from building to building. Don't do that either. Don't just run out in the open because you think you're safe. All right, not to mention, Lynn's in the middle of a fight looking a whole different direction. We're so focused on the initial ping, we didn't really realize it. Thankfully, we're finally doing it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay, so he's a down player again. I'm okay with it. If he's going for the self-res, don't allow him to do that. But you definitely need to be looking for his teammates, because we were out in the open, we went for the execution. We would have started taking shots at the guy who's already down where we can't even get the kill, and those guys were little gophers and pop their heads up. Guess what? We're an easy vulnerable target because we're sitting in the open. And again, a lot of players fall in this habit of scanning and walking around while they're ADS. There's no reason to ADS when you're trying to look for a target unless they're way off in the distance or there's a shit ton of cover. Talking bushes, trees, ridges, shit like that. When it's wide open like that and very easy to spot without being ADS, please stop doing that. And make your entire game more fluid, your momentum a lot better. There's an enemy right there. Again, we have an ABR, right? No, I'm sorry. That's a blackout term. We have the AUG. Definitely switch your weapons, right gun for the right fight type thing. And again, we need to be scanning for his teammates in this part. Not in your scope. Like, scan, not... y'all get the picture. But again, don't go for executions when you don't know the totality of the situation. That's how a lot of people get picked. And again, sitting in your scope, sidestepping. Are we near cover? I don't know. We can't see anything. So why are we sitting here? Vulnerable from a sniper shot, from an AUG shot, from an M16, from a pistol, it doesn't matter. Why are we sitting here in the open like this? And maybe it's because we have a little too much confidence. We're like, it's a 4v2. We just killed their homeboys. Now I'm feeling myself. Let's get it. It's kind of what it looks like right now, because Fried Rich is kind of just pushing him by himself. His team's kind of close to him. But again, here we are abandoning the high ground. There's an enemy to the right-hand side by the building. Yep. Oh, yeah, there it is. And again, sitting in the middle with no cover. And if for some reason those players right there are half-ass decent with their shots and they have the balls to peek, we're out here in the middle of nowhere picking up this random shit. Pick it up later. No, don't waste it. He's in the window. Okay. Or you can do what you want, bro. I'm not your mom. Decisions mid-combat are crucial. Crucial. Like, if I was this player, for instance, you could push the building, push up to the tree, but because of the circle rotating, I would just wait to gatekeep them. Fall back to your teammates. Use the ridge, use the high ground, use elevation, use rocks and shit like that to protect you. Right now, we have our back turned to the enemy, and they're leaving the building right now. And they're literally out in the open. If you look at the minimap, they're going to literally be out in the open right here, running. Perfect opportunity to kill them. But instead, we're going to run back, and there they are getting in the vehicle and running off. And again, initially, when we first fought them, that's when the decision comes to play. Do I want to fall back with my teammate and hold them, or do I want to push the building? We kind of just sat in the middle of nowhere, didn't make a decision, and here they are running off scot-free. Oh, I'm sorry. Not running off. Repositioning so they can screw us up, baby. Oh, look, he knows what cover is. Oh, my. Oh, never mind. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's take some peeks at some snipers real quick and see what his teammates are doing. We got an HDR build. HDR and an M13, extremely questionable. That's a giant no. What's Savage? It's my favorite loadout. Stop it. Don't. Stop. Stop it. Stop using this. Two, you're gonna want a close range weapon, right? You're gonna want to have something close range. But Savage, he just got the kills. It doesn't matter. If this kid right here, if Lynn gets in a close range fight, do you any of you guys watching the video really think this M13 is gonna take out an MP5, an MP7, you know, any other fucking gun that's badass, a MAC-10, an AUG? No way. This is one of the weakest rifles in the game. I love the M13, got a lot of respect for it, but when we're comparing it to, you know, the meta weapons, there's just no chance. And the only reason we were able to kill those kids is because the AUG dude did most of the damage. And I even think he got one of the kills. I'm not going to be against that. You know, you have the flashbangs. Why not use it? He thought there was an enemy up there. I'm not going to hate him for that. Better safe than sorry. I do it a lot, honestly. Granted, I didn't think there was an enemy in this one, but when I do think there's an enemy around me, I definitely want to go ahead and utilize the tools that I have to my advantage. All right, now we got to start thinking about rotations as well. We got to start coming up with plans because right now it's going to be a very slow ending. Thankfully, we have snipers. We have 2 snipers on our team and a couple of AUG users, which is awesome. But we need to start getting rotations. We need to start getting positioning. Now, we could play the buildings and kind of building hop. It's a more passive-aggressive win. I wouldn't even say aggressive. It's more of a passive win, maintaining cover, getting some picks of people rotating in, things like that. If you really want to get hot with it, definitely porch your spot because you're going to have people on the rooftop you can challenge with the helicopter. You're going to be able to challenge people over this area when downtown gets pushed out. This is probably going to be the hottest spot in the circle unless the circle ends up shifting here 1 or 2 circles away. But let's see what happens. Hopefully they don't just hold buildings, but they may not have an option. All right, again, we need to be fired from cover. Why are we... Okay, he's self-resing. Never mind. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. All right, bro. And again, right now we're ADS scanning. What does ADS and scanning do that's so negative, and why do I hate it so much? Because it limits your field of view drastically. We got a big Bertha coming up behind us. There she blows. So we're kind of following him, the Bertha, like a puppy dog. And don't get it twisted. I'll definitely always shoot at a Bertha, but I don't like where we're at right now. Because if there's anybody on the other side, on the stadium side, sitting there with a sniper rifle, we're going to be in a very bad position. Not to mention we're separated from our team. If we do get on, no one's there to help us, and vice versa. Our team's in a 2v3 because we have that separation, because we decided to run off and chase a Bertha. It could end up bad for our teammate as well. Now, again, pay attention to the map and where you see the vehicle guys hop out at. We see the vehicle right here. This is the guys. I would definitely chase them down, especially when it comes in game, but basically anytime during the game. If you know where enemies are at, kill them while you know where they're at. That way they don't surprise you later on and shit down your throat. I see too many times when I spectate games or even when I'm playing with people just want to bail from fights. And if you're in a bad spot and it's a bad fight for you, by all means, make the better decision. But most of the time you want to go ahead and be aggressive and push the teams where you think they're at. Now you hop in the vehicle, instantly bust through the window and try to get some shots off. I wouldn't have stunned that one. Okay, I stunned it twice. I mean, they just got in the vehicle and left. And there's a chance another team could be here, but again, I would highly doubt it. The guys got out of the vehicle, ran into some buildings, looted a little bit. No one shot over here. So I would definitely think they're probably the only players in this area. Granted, again, making decisions like that could get you killed sometimes, but just kind of going off, you know, deductive reasoning, 1 + 1 is 2, I think. Scanning. It's pretty clear right now. We can stop watching this area. We can move on to the next best, or we can keep watching it. That's fine too. I like this. Savage, stop making fun of these guys. Look, I'm just trying to put you guys in positions and tell you what I would do instead of what they're doing now. See, the circle rotates too. I think it's going to go port side. I hope it does. If it goes prison ending or somewhere around this area, it's going to be a very slow, drawn out game. And here we go with the port. And again, this is why I said I would rather be here. This is where most of the kills would be. We already knew there was one team here because of the helicopter that was on the minimap earlier. So that was free kills for us. Not to mention when downtown does get pushed out, which no matter where the circle would have gone, it probably was going to get pushed out. The chance of it actually going back to downtown is very slim because the majority of the circle is over to the farmland area. So again, with people rotating out, this is where you want to be at because you can get some easy ass motherfucking picks as they're crossing, like this guy right here. Doesn't look like he's in a vehicle. He's moving pretty slow. Get trolled. Maybe not trolled. Maybe he was shooting at that guy and I didn't even see him. Savage, put the map away. I'm sorry. Look, I'm trying to teach rotations and shit, man. I'm sorry. All right, we have two teammates. We have Orange going in by himself right now. They got 2 knocks. We're looking for one more player right now. And here we are still holding the dead body, doing the same thing. Let's kind of get away from Lynn for a little bit. He loves being in a scope. And again, you know, a lot of newer players do that. We've all been there before. We live in our scope, but definitely get out of that bad habit. All right, Holmes has 0 kills. And we'll spectate Fried Rich. Fried Rich rocking 6. He's playing the most aggressive right now. Homeboy just hopped out of the vehicle right there. He's probably going to plate up or whatever, and then maybe hop back in the vehicle. So you definitely want to get this ridge, get an angle on him. There he is out in the open to your left-hand side. You see him. Come on, baby. There he is. All right, look at this. Oh, make sure your mags are always loaded, fam. But it doesn't matter. It might matter. Oh, no. Oh, no. When it comes to aim and accuracy, you know, it's all about... Okay, when it comes to aim and accuracy with snipers and burst weapons, it's about patience. It's about patience. It's not like the DMR meta where you can just spam the gun and always return to center. There is a little bit of recoil. So if you're sitting there spamming it, you're going to eventually miss all your shots, or you're going to inevitably miss all your shots. So you definitely want to take, you know, burst. Make sure that reticle lines right back up on the enemy before you hit the trigger again. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on a nice kill. We had 2 bursts on the enemy. All we had to do is get 1 or 2 more, and that would have been a nice kill. But unfortunately, it's stolen from us. I wouldn't even say it's stolen from us. Unfortunately, we gave it away. All right, so here we are. Hopefully I personally wouldn't camp this building, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. The chance of gatekeeping enemies is basically over because the circle's going to be on our ass in about, 19 seconds. We can still kind of shoot some enemies from this angle, but not many. Again, this is where I would want to be at. Unfortunately, we're going to be playing the outskirts, so it's going to be a little slow for us. Now, you got to be careful sitting on this rooftop. Remember, there's bridges, there's boxes, there's cranes, there's roofs everywhere. Very vulnerable sitting up here, but it doesn't matter. No matter how easy a target might seem, remember, even though you're shooting at that guy, once you pull that trigger, 1,000 more crosshairs are going to be on your face. So oh God, here we are going Rambo on this dude. This is tunnel vision at its finest. We have no idea what's going on in the fight. Luckily, it's one guy, but we have no idea what we're diving into. It could have been a 3-man team down there. We don't know. We saw one guy. We shot him once. We said, F you. Coming for that ass, and we dove down on that ass. Again, fortunately, his teammates were not there to f on us. Also, we got a lot of money. Let's start thinking about what we can actually... never mind. Yeah, I wouldn't even go for these buys right now. If you happen to be able to go buy one, maybe, but I wouldn't die for it. Okay, my jaw dropped on a lot of occasions. One, the enemy that we just killed, or that they just killed, right? He gets it down, and instead of turning around and shooting us, he executes them and just keeps his back to us, making essentially an easy kill. Again, stop worrying about the downs if you're going to put yourself in a position of danger by slowing yourself down and shooting at the enemy. He would just round the corner and turn around and waited for us. He could have baited us into our death, gotten 2 downs, and then since our other teammate was so far behind, he could have got the executions right there and been up 2 downs without dying. As far as we're concerned, the hip fire, spray and pray, bro. It is what it is, man. And I never recommend spraying and praying, especially hip firing with the FFAR. This is tough. He's got 9 kills, man. This man's got 9 kills, bro. And again, we know there's a team here. They're in a fight. Maybe we can go in there and get a third party going on. I probably would have bought a UAV too. We bought the gas mask, just ruin another tick and get the UAV as well. And also your dude Holmes. Your Holmes should have done the exact same thing. But like I said, these guys they either were fighting or they're about to get into a fight and continue it and finish it off. So you want to play this wall and kind of push it on the enemy. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? I love the bunny hop. Oh yeah, it's gonna end really well for us. Oh yeah. Now, something I've seen with all these teams, and this team's kind of playing together, but everyone we kill, they're all separated. All right, homeboy's going down. I would definitely help your teammate try to suppress fire on the enemy. All right, there we go. I was just about to say he didn't ping anybody. All right. You can't be... Don't spam pings. Don't be that guy. Just ping it once. You ping the wrong thing the first time. Oh, no! Get behind the fucking crate, bro! His right-hand side is completely vulnerable. He needs to get behind the box. He got lucky, man. All right, reload your gun. Provide a little bit of cover because there's still one Joe Blow out there. Maybe more. Look at this guy. Slow floating in his parachute, man. This is what That's what I tell you guys always not to do. If he would have just fell to the earth and pulled his parachute as he got inside the crates, we never would have saw him. He could have grabbed the shit and rolled out, or grabbed the shit and baited us and shot us in the ass. There's no reason to ever be floating at that elevation, ever. Float when you're all the way up, and then literally when you're about 10 feet from the ground, pull your chute. But because he's by himself, he's gonna be waiting for an opportunity to get a pick off. All right, again, this range right here, yep, there he is. I'd feel a little bit more comfortable with this guy's aim and accuracy to be using the AUG. You'd be better off with it. Oh. Well, that happened. Ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Hey, Lynn going for the buyback. We've got enough time too, so if as long as he dives down and doesn't waste any time Mary Poppins and that shit, he could get his stuff back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 3v3 fight. No, don't. What are you? It's not even over there. And what is Mary Poppins doing? What are you do? What is happening? Why did he not land back on his shit? Why was he floating in the air? And why did we shoot a cluster strike in a whole different area? All right, we get one down. Again, we got to pop the reload. It's a 1v2 situation. We can play this wall. Just play patiently. We have no stuns. We have no grenades. So again, play the wall. Don't put yourself out in the open trying to pick these guys one by one. I think there's a guy behind the bush on his right-hand side. Here we are looking, putting ourselves out in the open. It is what it is. Brace goes ahead and gets the kill. That's a GG. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, boys, that hurts, man. Oh, 3v3 fight. Homeboy could have landed on his stuff. But, you know, and mistakes like that, again, is the reason why we make these series. And I'm by no means a perfect player, but I can confidently say most of us probably don't do these things. So please, guys, if you are falling into any of these bad habits, work your way out of them. That way you can increase your own skill level. You know, a lot of people focus on just one main aspect, getting better at shooting and aiming, and that's kind of it. Remember, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle when you're talking about BRs, even if it's not Warzone, that you really need to bring to the table when you want to play this game. Whether you want to try hard, no matter what you want to do, there's a lot of things you guys need to work out. But guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, again, the goal for this video is 1,500 likes, and as always, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. But until next time, you have a good one, and good luck in Warzone.